What I Love is a phenomenal song. It's really, really like it's a great pop song. It's a great power pop song. And I know you don't, maybe you do or don't like to be thrown into that category, but you know, there's new pornographers have, you know, made a really good career out of making that kind of stuff. And even other little bands have been able. The whole chill wave thing, I think, stems from power pop. I mean, like it's a little bit slower, it's a little bit cooler, but like it's not. It's still upbeat. It's still got that peppy side to it. What basically is inspiring you guys to keep these songs in a positive sort of vibe and keeping them in like, I don't know, like to me, like it just seems like it's pop music, and a lot of times people will go back and try to be a little bit more artsy or be a little bit more obtuse, but I think you guys really are just direct, and you create these pop songs. What keeps you focused in this zone? Is it just what you guys do best?
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, it's like kind of what I'm interested in, you know. I like pop music as a, like, you know, as a song form, as like a concise music is interesting to me and cool, and like how to, you know, get a song across in that kind of classic style of like, you know, 50s, 60s, you know, pop music being these nice short little snippets of music is just a cool thing, you know.
Is there anything about this about Cool Cocoon that like was different, that you guys were like, finally we can do this, and this is what I'm gonna do instead? Or like you said, you would listen to Spotify, and yeah. That song like drove you. So
yeah, well, I think it's actually, you know, having said how much we love that pop music and stuff, I feel like there is definitely some moments on this new record that are sort of straying from that. For example, there's a song Memo that Joe wrote that we kind of embraced our like long outro soundscape.
Yeah, that's the
instrumental.
That's
thing.
the 5-minute one, right?
Yeah,
in the
so
middle.
that,
Yeah,
I mean, that's like that's a pretty yeah, we don't do that too often. So it's kind of cool to mess around with that. And like the song Look Away is also sort of uncharacteristic of us. It's just like a pretty mellow guitar finger picking song with vocals and some subtle background stuff. So yeah, it's kind of exciting to mess around with that kind of thing.
And also, there's a song called Static on there, which has probably, of all the moments on the album, is like sprinkled with the most really randomized elements, and we were playing cassette tapes and making solos out of that, and also like writing the song without any real structure to it, and just seeing where that led us. But
yeah, it's sort of based off of loops. Even it was like almost is kind of, I don't know, I never produced hip hop music, but it felt like we were maybe doing something kind of interesting like that, where we just have like 4 8-bar loops and kind of chopping them up and mixing them around, and then yeah, like Tom said, manipulating weird stuff with tape machines and seeing where that kind of randomly fell into the song.
The whole kind of Elephant Six aesthetic, I guess.
Yeah,
the tape loops and the. So back to it. You guys are from Delaware, obviously. Yes. We're all from Delaware. How do you think living in Delaware has shaped your music?
Well, I mean, in the last few years since we set up a recording studio here, that's certainly been a pretty amazing thing. I mean, from a financial standpoint, you know, finding a big space to rent in Delaware is easier than, you know, finding a big space to rent in Philadelphia or New York City, you know. So it's sort of, and, you know, just like the cost of living is cheaper, so it sort of affords us a chance to do these artistic things, you know, which maybe we wouldn't be able to do otherwise. And the fact that, I mean, to have our own sort of space to go into, and we had our own sort of idea of what we wanted to accomplish, and so it was good to just be alone in Delaware, where there's not many like crazy new bands like bustling around. It's like, oh, we didn't it's nice to meet those bands and get inspired by those bands, but sometimes when you have your own idea ready to go, it's just as nice to be on your own little turf doing your thing without any interruptions until you're done with it, you know.
So you guys are going to Europe, correct? How
Yeah.
soon? When you guys heading to Europe?
Couple weekends or something.
Yeah, about 2 weeks from now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've been going back and forth since fall.
Yeah, we were there in November and December, and then February again, and one more time. It's scheduled at least for now.
What do you see different about these European audiences that you probably don't get? Because for instance, let's like talk about another big Delaware band, Boy Sets Fire. Those guys, after the whole hardcore kind of thing started to wane a little bit, and you didn't have a lot of the kids coming to as many shows as used to come. I mean, they found a whole big audience out in Europe, and that embraced them. And what do you guys? How do you guys see these European audiences? Any different? Pretty much the same. They're just gonna stand there, drink, and listen to music.
Sometimes,
I
but
think they're
sometimes
better
not. I mean,
normally.
yeah, I'd say in general, they're more. But I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
part of it is I feel like per capita or like per size,
Yeah.
we're better embraced over there. I don't know.
Yeah. I
Depends
think-
on the city and stuff, but
Yeah, it's like it's weird, you know. We'll play like we just got back from France, and that was a really great tour, and like some really enthusiastic crowds, really nice venues, and that was really exciting. But then, you know, we'll drive 45 minutes to Germany and then be like, you know, a couple people like suspect watching you, not, or maybe it's just their style of watching a concert. But I don't know. It's weird. I guess though, it's in the end, I feel like the European audience is it's really cool and sometimes better. Sorry, Delaware.
yeah.
Well, in all fairness, I mean, I've seen the Delaware audiences. And, no. Well, this is exciting. I really had a good time. You guys are gonna.
Thanks.
Have you found out when you're gonna play Firefly? Which day? Or
Not
they're
yet.
not revealing
Should
anything. They're
know
being very
soon.
closed
Yeah.
on all the details. They don't
keep
even
it,
tell.
They keep
Yeah.
it secret. So.
Yeah. Well, it'll be exciting. Sometime between June 21st and June 23rd, you can see the Spinto Band
Yes.
at Dover Downs, at the Woodlands at Dover Downs, in Dover, Delaware, for the Firefly Festival. Thank you guys for coming in here and talking to us.